Welcome fans to WECU Court and Carver Gymnasium for tonight's Great Northwest Athletic Conference match featuring the St. Martin's University Saints and your Western Washington Vikings. We would like to begin by acknowledging that we gather tonight on the ancestral homelands of the Coast Salish peoples who have lived in the Salish Sea Basin throughout the San Juan Islands and the North Cascades watershed from time immemorial. Please join us in expressing our deepest respect and gratitude for our indigenous neighbors, the Lummi Nation and Nooksack tribe, for their enduring care and protection of our shared lands and waterways. Fans, at this time, please rise if able and remove your caps. Military veterans are welcome to render a hand salute as we join together with the playing of our national anthem by the Western Washington University Viking Band. Tonight's matchup. First for the visiting Saints out of St. Martin's. The head coach is Dan Banky and assistant coach is Tracy Lindenblum. Starting with the reserve players for the visiting SMU Saints. Defensive specialist number 9, Tiffany Lamb. Defensive specialist number 14, Tehani Yamashita. Outside hitter number 15, Emily Garton. Setter, number 32, Kamara White. And now let's meet the starters for the Saints. Defensive specialist, outside hitter, number 1, Serena Paredo. Libero, number 2, Abby Halstead. Setter, Carla Soto. Middle blocker, number 19, Maddie Gooding. Outside hitter, number 20, Emmy Hansen. Mid blocker, number 21, Jennifer Soha. Defensive specialist, number 26, Kayla May. And now let's meet your Western Washington University 2023 Vikings. Vikings are led by head coach Diane Flick-Williams in her 24th season and assistant coaches James Suh, Malia Aliaga, and Chris Leverins. Now the redshirt players for your Western Vikings. Number 3, Haley Try from Lake Stevens. Number 11, Danny Johnson from Spokane. Number 12, Ayla Grant from Snohomish. Number 15, Cassie Moeller from Spokane. Number 22, Nayela George from Mukilteo. And now for the reserve players for Western in numerical order. 5'9" sophomore from Linden, Washington. Defensive specialist number 4, Anna Vanderyacht. 5'9" redshirt freshman from Bellingham. Defensive specialist number 5, Finley Clays. A 6' senior from Ferndale. Pin hitter number 6, Kylie Hunrud. A 6'1" sophomore from Federal Way, playing mid, number 7, Asia Stewart. A 5'11" redshirt freshman from Kent, playing mid, number 8, Anu Lopez. A 5'9" redshirt freshman from Vancouver, Washington, playing setter, number 9, Caroline Hansen. And now introducing this evening's starters for your Western Washington University Vikings. Number 1, Delaney Spear, pin hitter, 5'11" redshirt freshman from Maple Valley. At 6'1", a redshirt freshman from Ridgefield, playing mid, number 2, Emily Vossenkuhl. A 6' sophomore from Olympia, playing pin hitter, number 10, Devin Ostrich. 5'11" junior from Bothell, pin hitter, number 13, Gabby Kepley. 5'10" sophomore from Issaquah, libero, number 14, Abby May. 6'1" sophomore late from Lake Stevens, playing mid, number 18, Carly Try. And a 5'8" redshirt sophomore from Puyallup, playing center, number 19, Adele Holland. Let's play some volleyball.
So good evening and welcome to Carver Gymnasium, here home of your Vikings. We're back home for some women's volleyball. St. Martin's taking on the home Vikings. Fans filling in here on Student Appreciation Night. We're getting ready for a battle between some teams cracking towards the top of the GNAC in the standings so far. Vikings coming home after a loss to Montana State Billings. We're on a 5-game win streak, but the story really is here. St. Martin's coming in a record of 4-3 in the GNAC after finishing 3-15. It has been a different St. Martin team this year, hasn't it been, Adam?
Absolutely, Zen. This is a team that's really seen a revolution under fourth-year head coach Dan Banke. He's somebody who brought them from a team that hadn't cracked double-digit wins since the program's inception in 2001, since they entered the GNAC. And now they've already reached double-digit this season, and they've already surpassed their GNAC win total from last season. This is a team that was ranked bottom last in the GNAC preseason poll against the Vikings, ranked second. And right now, they're at the same place in the table. SMU's really been turning some heads this year under a really strong young core, not too dissimilar from the host, the Western Washington Vikings.
It'll be fun to watch these two younger teams in the GNAC go head-to-head. We're about to get underway here. Carlos Soto back for the Saints.
Soto, third most service aces in the nation per set right now.
We're underway here. First serve, it is dug out by Ostrich. Vikings on the attack now. Ostrich will hit it over. Saints have to get it over weakly, and the Vikings will have another chance at an attack. Vossenkuhl is denied. Here is Ostrich from the left side into the left corner for the first point of the game. An attack kill for Devin Ostrich.
I'm getting goosebumps, and it is so loud in here. There is so much energy. The student section is just packed, and they are making their voices heard. This is just great to see.
You could consider this the first true home game for the Vikings, the first two against the Alaska schools. Not everyone had been moved in. Classes weren't in session, but now week 3 here at Western, and it is loud in Carver. Devin Ostrich with the dig for the Vikings. There is Holland Kepley with a pushover. Dug out well that time by the libero. Sent over that time by Hansen. Here is Kepley for the Vikings, and that's going to get a point for the Vikings. Abby Halstead couldn't dig it out. It's 2-0 to start this match.
Kepley, a player the Vikings really want to get going this season. They've been leaning a lot on the offensive end on younger players as well as on Devin Ostrich, but Kepley more experience on this roster. Once she really gets going, it'll be a great addition to the attack.
Ostrich is back to serve for the Vikings. Scoots it over barely. This one sent over by Pareto into the back line, but out of bounds it will be.
Vikings are a team that are having trouble with hitting percentage this year. They benefited off of a lot of errors from their opponents. SMU a little bit better on hitting percentage, but early on in this set, Vikings have all the energy, all the momentum. It might be getting to the Saints a little bit.
3-0 serve right there, sent over well. St. Martin's will have to have a weak one over from a Hansen. Kepley will try it. A hard hit ball well. That one sent over by Saints weakly, and an error for Emmy Hansen on the attack, and the Vikings continue their reign to start off this match. Up 4-0 now.
Of course, last time out we saw the Vikings convincing in the first set against Alaska Fairbanks, who battled back and pushed that to a 5-set thriller.
The Vikings returning home and looking to their fashion that they are so known to perform here at Carver Gymnasium. Adele Holland with the set. Delaney Spear on the attack, deflected at the net, dug up that time by Kayla May. Abby May digs it out for the Vikings, but in no avail to no opponent. And it'll be the first point for St. Martin's. Abby May there, you might have noticed, wearing the dark colored jersey. Abby May is going to be our libero tonight. Finley Clay is out of action.
And this is a Vikings team that's dealing with a lot of injury problems, which is tough for a team that's already young. You're losing players like Callie Honrud, Asia Stewart as well.
Vikings have a little bit of a makeshift, somehow get it over, and they will try and defend this attack from St. Martin's. That one pushed over by Garden. Vikings on the attack. Gabby Kepley blocked at the net, but the Saints can't keep it up. And that's a point for the Vikings. Maddie Gooding was there, but not a clean enough block, and the Vikings take the point right back.
It's just so great to see the energy the Vikings are getting from the crowd right now. I hope this is coming through on the broadcast. I don't know if I've been in Carver Gym when it's been this loud before.
Free student admission really showing its benefit here tonight. That one goes over the Vikings side. Good reaction right there. Carly Try will get her first kill of the game.
Saints just look a little bit disoriented right there. Nobody was there to try to get that one. This is a team that has the defensive and offensive player of the week coming into this match. Not a good start for the Saints, though.
And that's going to force a timeout. Dan Banke for the Saints calls the first timeout of the game. Vikings up 6-1 after a short break. So we welcome you back here. Vikings out of the timeout, up by 5. St. Martin's trying to end the momentum that the Vikings have started off with so hot here at home. We will see what the answer is. Abby May to serve for the Vikings.
May, the service specialist last season.
Here are the Saints, sent over well and killed that time. Maddie Gooding with a good answer out of the timeout to pick up the second point of the game for the Saints.
Early on here, Gabby Kepley picking up a couple of kills. She's averaging just under 2 kills per set. Already got a couple in this one. See if this can be a good match for her.
Gooding will serve it over, dug up by May. Here is Carly Try. Might have only hit her own net, but a good block by the Saints. Delaney Spear from the far side. That one bumped up by Soto. The attack right there is blocked. Carly Try and Spear were there. That one's sent over, and that one's going to be inbounds for St. Martin's.
Saints the immediate response that they really needed going down early. This one could have gotten ugly in the first set if they didn't take those couple points there.
Good job to take back-to-back points out of the timeout. And it is sent over, bounces off the net, but dug up by Ostrich. Gabby Kepley will push it over. Sent up by Pareto. There is Soto, and off to the backside. It'll be inbounds, and now 3 straight points out of the timeout for St. Martin's. A good momentum builder. Maddie Gooding doing a good job getting the serves over. And a good kill right there by Jennifer Soha. Gooding once again with the serve. It'll be Carly Try for the Vikings this time, dug up by Gooding in the back. Soto will set it up, and Garden sends it over. Del Holland for the Vikings to Spear. Well dug right there by Pareto. Sent over hard, but a little bit too far in that one.
Pareto wanted a touch there, didn't get it called. A little far from the notable freshman coming off a defensive GNAC Player of the Week award.
St. Martin's sweeping the GNAC Player of the Week awards, defensive and offensive. You mentioned, of course, with Pareto, but also Carlos Soto. And Emily Garden picked up the defensive. Abby May tried to get that one on a dive, but could not. And St. Martin's brings it within 2.
Vikings 4-0 start to the set. Since then, it's been 3-5, to St. Martin's. Soha with a couple of kills. One for Gooding, one for Garden, and Pareto as well. Spreading it out so far on both teams.
Kamara White back to serve for the Saints. She delivers it into the net on a service error. Her first appearance of the game is an error and cost her team a point. That'll go back to the Vikings side.
Vikings won't be able to rely on a lot of service errors from this Saints team. They've got some really good service from their players. Soto, Parejo.
Delaney Spear sends it over for the Vikings. Here is Garden, and Spear couldn't be there. And Emily Garden has had herself a few attacking attempts, and she's found court open on them 2 times so far this game.
Garden, the kill leader for SMU going into this game, just in her freshman year. Powerful swing, showing it off early.
A good jump serve right there from Garden. Here are the Saints, a dump over. Kepley is there, good hustle by her. Ostrich is denied at the net. Vikings will have another try at it, and so will Ostrich. And they're going to get a net violation right there on the Vikings. The Saints within just 1 now here in this first set.
Now
Good
a
job
6-2 run since that timeout.
Exactly, a great job bouncing back out of the timeout. Sent over too far and long for another service error. Uncharacteristic right there. Emily Garden gives it away. And Emily Vossenkool and Anna Vanderyacht will check in for your Vikings.
Vossenkool, a player who was really involved in those big 2 road wins the Vikings had against Simon Fraser and SPU. She's a player, when she gets going, it seems like the wins come with it. This is a team that's still kind of looking for its real standout leaders and stars, but Vossenkool, when she's on, the whole team is on.
And despite the loss against Montana State, had a career high in that one. Vikings dig that one out by Spear. Evan Ostrich on the attack, sent over. Libero digs that out, that time Halstead. Pareto on the attack, dug up by Vanderyacht, but out of bounds. And that'll be a point to St. Martin's. Pareto making her presence felt already in this game, as we expected she would. Back to serve now. Soha sends it over. Spear gets a bad dig on it. Kepley is there, and the Vikings will send a free one over from Spear. Here's Soto set up and hit, that time by Maddie Gooding. Once again, no Viking could get it cleanly, and it is a tied game here, 9-9.
First time since 0-0 that we've seen a tie game.
Jennifer Soha with a standstill serve sends it over. Adele Holland with Vossenkool, and she finds court to give the Vikings the lead right back. Vossenkool's first kill of this game.
Second total attack, she did not miss on it.
Adele Holland back to serve for the Vikings. Bounces off the net, gets the good roll though. That one's pushed far side. Pareto with an awkward hit off the inside of her palm, and it's out of bounds.
And early on, it's Pareto, Garden, and Hansen, the 3 top targets on the attacking end for St. Martin's.
Pareto has had a great season kill-wise, struggling in the hitting percentage category so far. That is Gooding that time, and it is going to be out of bounds. A little bit too long on it.
That's the 5th error for St. Martin's in this first set. Vikings are yet to have an error.
Knock on wood. Adele Holland with the serve. Soto is going to backwards dump that one over. No trickery, though. Gabby Kepley into the far corner, and it's on the line and in for the Vikings.
Third kill for Kepley. She leads all players right now. Love to see the junior put up a big performance in front of the loud Carver Gym.
Holland once again for the Vikings. Dug up in the back row by Kyla May. There is Pareto. A one-hand dig from Ostrich. Abby May bumps it up for Spear, and she is way too low on that attack from the back row.
There's the first error. Sorry, folks.
The announcer's jinx, if you will say. So now the setter, Carla Soto, back to serve for St. Martin's. Her squad down 3 here in this first set. The senior delivers that one over. Abby May digs it out. Here is Vossenkool, deflected at the net, somehow kept up in the air, and sent over in 3 hits. There is Vossenkool once again, and she gets it that time. Vossenkool with another kill in this match.
Right off the bench, Vossenkool making an impact. Second kill on 4 total attacks. It's similar to what we saw on that road trip.
Both middle blockers for each side being very efficient with their attacks. Maddie Gooding, 2 kills on 3 attacks. St. Martin's going to bump this one up. It will be Pareto. And a deflection at the net puts it out of the reach of Devin Ostrich. And Pareto has herself a kill in this one. Her 3rd now of the game.
Pareto, you could say, was the top recruit in this young St. Martin's squad, coming in and immediately head coach Benke knowing that she was going to have an impact in her freshman season, and she has.
She serves that one over. Abby May was there, bumped up by Holland. Spear will just softly get it over. Avoiding the ace right there. Good block at the net. Vossenkool was there. That one sent to the far corner by Gooding, and it's going to be inbounds. You can see on the attack here they went back-to-back with the middle blocker. Pareto back to serve for her team down 2 in the first set. Pareto delivers it into the net for a service error. Now coming into this game, Pareto did have 24 service aces, but 22 service errors to go along with it. Picks up her 23rd there.
Bit of a Jekyll and Hyde situation for Pareto. That .43 service aces per set is still good enough to lead everybody on this floor besides Carla Soto.
Saints on the attack, a good one right there. Emily Hansen rises up and sends it down for St. Martin's to get herself a kill.
And as this set develops into a close battle, these are 2 teams that are coming off of games that had a lot of close sets. And the Vikings were able to claim those in 2 of the matches and unfortunately fall against MSUB, but they're used to these high-pressure situations.
Vikings miscommunication, somehow get it over the net. And that one is just sent over on a whim by Jennifer Soha. Somehow gets a kill out of it. Almost looked like she was jumping up to fake the hit and ended up sending it over. You can see the Vikings, Carly Try mistimed the jump, and that set up the free one there. Almost looked like even Soha mistimed her jump. Ostrich digs out the serve. Carly Try sends it over. A fight at the net from Spear. Vikings have it on their side. Spear will try an attack, and it goes back into her. A good block from Emmy Hansen, as well as Jennifer Soha there.
You thought for a little bit the Vikings might be dominating the net, but now the Saints right back with some blocks. Winning the duel right there, forcing the tough situation for the Vikings at a timeout.
Timeout on the floor, 15-15. We'll be right back on Vikings TV. So here we go, just about halfway through this first set, 15-15 between these 2 sides. the Vikings started off this game coming out of that first timeout by the Saints. The Vikings were actually hitting over 400, have dipped down now to a 174. St. Martin is actually out hitting the Vikings right now with a 250 hitting percentage in this set. Sent over right there. Vikings, Carly Try with an aggressive kill right there.
Try left no doubt on that one. Coming through with authority right out of the timeout, getting the energy back for the Vikings.
Pareto ended up just deflecting that one. Her back line was thrown off a little bit by it. And Gabby Kepley is back to serve for your Vikings. Left-handed service. Dug up a little bit awkward by Halstead that time. And sent over by Garden. Here is Adele Holland. Try will try it again. And she is denied at the net but out of bounds. So it will be a point for the Vikings.
So we saw earlier St. Martin's really using that timeout well, and now Western Washington first 2 points out of the timeout.
It was a good attempt by Emily Garden to try and get the block, but just a bit too inside on it. Kepley on the serve again. That one Halstead did not get to. And that'll be a service ace for Gabby Kepley. First ace of the game for the Vikings, and that's going to force a quick timeout. We're going to keep things here, though. And so far through this first set, it has been a close one. Vikings 3 points out of the timeout, now up 3 here.
And want to see Gabby Kepley here. 500 hitting percentage early on, 3 kills. She set her season high on the road against Simon Fraser with an 11-kill game. So she's been getting that offensive mojo back a little bit. Had a tough time on hitting percentage in that 5-set loss against MSUB, which was really a notable game historically for the Vikings. MSUB team that I believe didn't win a GNAC game last season. Off to a tough start this year, but it was a few close sets the Vikings just didn't come out with, and we'll see how this young squad bounces back from a loss like that. Still with so much good stuff to come out of that road trip, beating a ranked Seattle Pacific squad, a strong Simon Fraser team, both in, hostile environments. It really has been a Jekyll and Hyde season, as we heard from the head coach earlier this season. We'll see if they can really get that consistency going. They've proven that they can be one of the best teams in the GNAC. They just need to do it week in, week out.
We've seen it so far, 5-game winning streak they went on, comprising of 3 road games and 2 home games. Was snapped, of course, with that MSU Billings loss. We're back in action here. Gabby Kepley serves it over. Halstead just barely gets that up. Carly Try denied one at the net. That to the outside is tapped over. Pancake from Abby May. Behind, sent over by Try. And we're still alive here, folks. Vikings on offense as it settles down a little bit. Delaney Spear too far on that attack, and it goes to waste for the Vikings.
Bit of theatrics there. Unfortunate the Vikings couldn't keep that rally going.
Look at the hustle right here. Abby May out of position. I want to say we've seen her play libero before, but she's an outside hitter is what I would classify her as.
Seeing that dig right there, you'd be surprised to find out it is not her usual position.
Exactly. Kamara White on the serve. Vikings to try on a hard hit right there. Kept up by the Saints. Here is Garden. Deflected at the net, but no deflection on the Saints side. And that'll be a point to St. Martin's now just coming within 1, 17-18 in this first set. Kamara White, the freshman out of San Diego, serves it over. Adele Holland pushes it up for Spear. On a soft one over. Pancake was attempted, but yes, I believe that hit the court first. The referees will agree on that one.
First kill of the night for Spear. Good to see there. Perfectly weighted ball right into that triangle of uncertainty.
And Spear as well is back to serve now for the Vikings. She delivers that one a little bit too far, and a service error will nullify her last point, and it'll remain a 1-point game now, 18-19.
First service error of the match for the Vikings. That was a battle they were winning so far, with St. Martin's picking up 3 already.
Emily Garden is back to serve for the Saints. She has 3 kills in this game, but a service error as well. Huge jump serve. And the Vikings cannot keep that ball alive. It'll tie things up as that one goes out of bounds.
Garden showing off the power on that serve. Tough one to dig out.
So right there, Emily Garden picks up the ace to tie it up now. Here is Garden with the spinning jump serve. And that one goes too long right there.
A little bit too much on that one. Vikings fortunate that was just a little bit long.
Emily Garden has a complex serving motion. I mean, she got it done on the play right before, but just went a little long that time.
And this is an SMU team with, as we've said, so many weapons in the service game. You know, you've got Pareto at half a service ace per set. Carla Soto, third most service aces per set in the nation, and Garten also showing off the power.
Vanderyacht delivered that one over nicely. The Saints have to barely get it over the net. Here is Vosenkool on a little bit of a hesitation. Saints keep it alive, though, and it is Pareto. Vikings dig it out. Adele Holland pushes it to Ostrich at the net. Deflection, and in the back line right there, Emily Hansen cannot dig it out. Devin Ostrich picks up the kill.
It's been a quiet start for Ostrich, just her second kill. She's the kill leader for the Vikings so far this season. She can get going. It's always a plus.
That one delivered over again by Vanderyacht, dug up that time by May. Pareto with a hard hit into the far corner, picks up the kill right there. Vanderyacht could not get the dig. SMU making it close towards the end of this set. Look at the windup right there from Pareto, just an aggressive attack. Soha delivers it over, dug up by Ostrich. Push now to Ostrich, who sends it into the corner. Good save right there in the back line. Pareto is denied at the net. Vosenkool and Adele Holland. I think Holland might have got most of it.
Holland rising up. Showing off the vertical, wow.
Vikings deny the kill leader in this game that time. Up 22-20 now. Holland serves it over. Saints get a back dig on it. Give a free one over to the Vikings now. Adele Holland to Kepley, and no one's there for the Saints.
There's number 4 for Kepley. She now ties the lead in kills with Pareto.
On a beautiful 571 hitting percentage as well from Kepley. Adele Holland to serve for the Vikings nearing the end of this first set. Dug up by Halstead. Pareto will push it over, try to be cheeky with it. Devin Ostrich with the attack in a crowded zone for the Vikings. That one pushed on a lob. Vikings keep it up, though. Gabby Kepley will get a hit out of it, and she'll get a kill out of it. Gabby Kepley brings the Vikings within one now.
How about Abby May, the fill-in libero, making a couple good digs in that set, keeping it alive, in that point.
Just 1 point away now. Holland serves it over. Saints trying to keep it alive here. Pareto with the attack, and it is tipped, and this set will extend on the kill from Pareto.
These are teams used to these close sets. They're not going to go down easy. They're going to have to earn this last point, fight tooth and nail for it.
Carla Soto back to serve for the Saints. 1 point ends it. Pressure for Soto on the serve. She delivers a good one over, but the Vikings will have a chance at it. From the back row is Spear, dug up by Soto. Halstead bumps it up. Here is Pareto on the attack, and back-to-back kills for Pareto, putting the team on her back and bringing them within 2.
Pareto, early dark horse candidate for GNAC Freshman of the Year so far, and she's leading all players with 6 kills in this match.
Carla Soto to serve once again, down 2. Dug up well that time. Here is Vosenkool deflected, and the Saints aren't going to get there. On the deflection, Emily Vosenkool gets the kill, and the Vikings win this first set, 25-22.
Gabby Kepley, 5 kills to lead the Vikings in that set, but it was an all-around good effort, a 270 hitting percentage, which is much better than we've seen on average from the Vikings. That's consistency that we were talking about. If they can keep that up, they can take a big win here in a swing game in the GNAC table.
So these teams are going to switch side. Then we'll be back here on Vikings TV for our second set. Vikings up 1-0 when we come back. So we welcome you back here, Carver Gymnasium. Our Vikings are up 1-0 after winning the first set 25-22. But the second set, they'll switch sides, and the Saints will try and bounce back after going down 0-1.
That first set, that was just good volleyball. Both teams played well, good hitting percentage. You know, we saw the early front runners for stars of the game on both sides. Pareto with 6 kills on 13 total attacks, hitting percentage of .231, and Gabby Kepley, 5 kills, no errors, .625 hitting percentage. She's on pace right now for what would be her best attacking performance of the season, the junior and the leader on this young Vikings squad. And we'll also see a good impact off the bench from Emily Vossenkuhl coming in and getting 3 kills, although she did not start, 500 hitting percentage. And honestly, I'm just excited to see what the rest of this match has. That was good back and forth stuff from 2 scrappy young squads trying to make their mark in a competitive GNAC.
Sure, something that Dan Banke was telling to his team during the break. St. Martin's 4 service errors in that one gave away 4 free points on things that at times should be gimmies, so the Saints will try and clean those things up. And we're going to see some good volleyball back and forth here. Abby May will start it off for the Vikings in the second set, back to serve.
And also don't overlook the performance at libero from May in that first set.
Abby May delivers the first serve of the second set. It is over and dug up by Halstead for the Saints. That one is set over by Gooding. Holland digs it out. Vossenkuhl bumps it up. Ostrich sends it over. Deflection at the net, and in the back row, Hansen keeps it alive. Pareto on the attack. A battle at the net. Pareto again. And the Vikings did not have any hands in front of it. And St. Martin's will take the 1-point lead to start off our second set.
Dan Banke said as Pareto was coming into this program, her ball control and volleyball IQ off the charts. She's an explosive attacker, and she'll make an immediate impact. We're seeing that immediate impact tonight.
Carla Soto's serve is kept alive by the Vikings. Delaney Spear with a nice attack is dug up by Halstead. And that one, a miscommunication from the setter, and Maddie Gooding there will cost Saints a point.
And Saints with that 1-0 lead is actually the first time they've led. They did not lead at any point in that first set, though they hung around.
A rare miscue from the senior Carla Soto with the set. Halstead with the dig. Soto sets it up for Pareto. A good attack right there. That was a scary one. I don't know how the Vikings kept that alive. Ostrich sent it over for the Vikings, but now the Saints with Gooding. And she gets a kill after the attack miscue. Picks it right back up and gets her team a point.
Gooding has had a really good match so far. Her hitting percentage just under 500. That's her 4th kill.
Back to serve is the freshman Pareto. Out of Tacoma, Washington, she sends it over to Spear, who digs it up. Gabby Kepley with the attack, somehow kept up in the air, but they're going to get a double, I believe. Or it's a lift on Carla Soto. And Gabby Kepley with the finesse rather than the power.
Just bouncing a couple times off of Garton there.
Evan Ostrich with the serve. Evan Ostrich leading the Vikings in digs, but she'll pick up an ace on that one. Her first of the game, the Vikings' second.
Ostrich also leading the Vikings in service aces this season. That'll be her 22nd.
Halstead, the libero, could not dig that one out. Just 4 digs for her. And too far that time from Ostrich. She'll give the point right back to St. Martin's.
Just the second service error of the match for the Vikings. Big reason they were able to pick up those 3 points in the first set is they weren't falling into those service errors that the Saints were.
Vikings on the attack at Holland to Delaney Spear. Deflected at the net, kept alive by the Saints. That one set over hard by Garden. And she's going to get herself a kill on the deflection.
And Garton, a player, Banke said, as she came into this season, one of the really notable things about her game is the heavy arm swing, and you saw it right there, towering down.
Garden, the freshman, did not make the start tonight, but came into the game leading the Saints in kills with 184 in the year. Here is Pareto for the Saints. A little bit far on the dig. Spear will kind of send it down. And good awareness by Delaney Spear up at the front left net. She gets the Vikings a point right there. Anna Vanderyacht and Carly Tri coming on for the Vikings. Vanderyacht will be back to serve. All tied up here in the second set. Vanderyacht on the serve. Here is Soto, and that one's sent over by Hansen, but out of bounds. Emmy Hansen misses on her attack. Vikings take the lead 5-4.
Hansen's been having a little bit of a tough start to this match. Second most total attacks on the Saints so far. 2 errors and 1 kill so far.
Vanderyacht once again. Dug up by Halstead. Here is Soto. That one sent over that time by Soha. Soha with a good attack from that middle blocker position. Soha now up to 4 kills in this game. And Kamara White will sub on for the Saints to serve this one.
White, another part of that freshman class for the Saints.
White lofts it way too long on that one, and now Kamara White with her second service error. She sees limited playing time as a freshman, being a backup setter, comes in to get some serving specialist opportunities, has not capitalized on them in this one so far.
Coming into this match, St. Martin's had 42 more service errors than the Vikings did on the season. Has been a problem for them.
Vikings gonna pick up a point right there on the ace. Gabby Kepley with an ace. That is now her second of this game. It is looking like it's going to be a great night for the junior Gabby Kepley.
Kepley has just not made a wrong move, really. She has been a rock for the Vikings tonight.
Vikings now up 2 as they get to mop in the court here. Gabby Kepley back to serve now. Vikings up 2. It's been a back and forth second set so far. No domination that we saw from the Vikings to start off the first set. And they're building towards it. Good serve by Kepley. That one denied. Garden. Spear is there with a fight. Vikings on their side. Here is Spear with an attack. Blocked at the net. Keeps it up herself. Carly Try bumps it up. And it's Spear this time. Good dig right there by Garden to get to the open court. Abby May bumps it up. Adele Holland. Spear will try another attack on this possession. And here comes Garden. Hits it into the own net. And that'll be a point to the Vikings. I don't believe they're going to get a block on that one. And we're going to have another cleanup session here on the court before we get back underway.
Pareto's been the MVP in the attack for the Saints. MVP in cleaning the floor as well right now.
8-5 Vikings lead. Gabby Kepley, yes, she's still back to serve. An 8-point day already for her. Lefty delivers that one, just tipping off the net somehow. Good hustle right there by Hansen. But a bad hit from Emily Garden. Too long on it, and now I mentioned the Vikings not having the momentum, but now up 4 will force a timeout from St. Martin's head coach Dan Banky. So the Vikings with a 4-point lead will go into a short break when we come back. So welcome back here to Carver Gymnasium. Vikings up 4 in the second set. St. Martin's coming out of the timeout. We've seen them be successful out of timeouts so far. We'll see what the answer here is in the second set. Hankey's team down 1-0 and down 9-5 in this total.
Dan Banky definitely needed to talk things over with the team. There's 6-1 run for the Vikings, and there was 3 attacking errors by the Saints in that run, as well as a service error and giving up a sloppy service ace. Definitely need to regroup mentally.
Gabby Kepley with the serve. Dug up by Hansen. That one sent over and back over to Soha. Here is Garden with a weak attack over. Adele Holland sets it up for Spear. Deflected to the net and bumped up. Pushed far side from Soto. Garden will tap it over. And Kepley on the rally is too far on it. Just barely missing it on the back line.
That was very close, and you know, from Gabby Kepley, who's had such a pin-perfect game so far, it's just her first error. She did not miss by much.
Emily Garden back to serve now. Spear digs that one up. Difficult one, tried to dump it over. He could not fool Pareto, though, right at the net, sending it right back over.
I gotta say, Emily Garden's got one of the most aggressive serves I've seen come through Carver Gym on that jump. It just seems so hard to manage.
It is a diving one as well. And
wow,
finds success. What a beautiful serve, right on cue.
Nothing the Vikings could do about that one. Perfectly placed. You talk about the dip on this one.
That forward spin on the ball. And they thought it was going to be out, and it was in by almost
They seem sure about
feet.
it, too.
Very similar serve. Abby May digs it up. Here is Spear. One-handed by Pareto. Kept alive by Hansen. Sent over from Garden. Here is Holland to try. Garden bumps it up off the pole here at Carver, and they'll get a free one over. And Delaney Spear on the attack gets the kill. A deflection, but the Vikings will gain the point on that one.
Spear, a bit of a slow first set. She's been effective so far. Second kill of the set already.
Now, if you're watching the webcast here and you're wondering why that bump came down so fast, that hit the rafters here at Carver. If it goes back to your own side, it's still a live ball. If it hits the rafters and goes over to the opponent's side, it's a dead ball. Point to the opponents, but the Saints somehow kept that alive.
Great reaction by Halstead.
Here's Ostrich on the attack. Halstead digs it up. Bumped up that time from Soha. Del Holland sets it back to Ostrich, who sends it over. Halstead is there. And Pareto with the right hand sends it over. Just finding the right spot on that one. We've seen Pareto have some power on her hits. That one was just perfectly placed for the kill.
Pareto well on her way to a quick double-digit kill night. She had a couple of double-doubles in that homestand sweep against the Alaska schools.
Sent over by Soha. Here are the Vikings with Carly Try. Carly Try moving to her right, hitting it to her left, and she picks up the kill.
Carly Try's gotten the third most total attacks among the Vikings, but every time she's gotten an attempt, she's just had a venom in that right arm, swinging down with power.
Carly Try, the sophomore out of Lake Stevens for the Vikings. Vikings are up by 2, 11-9 in the second set. Abby May serves it over. Soto sets it up. That one is Gooding, and Gabby Kepley keeps it alive somehow. Devin Ostrich sends it over to the table as Pareto. She runs into the table. And on 4 hits, that will be a point to the Vikings. My life flashed before my eyes as I saw Pareto
there.
coming to me.
Pareto slammed right in front of us. And in vain at the end of it. Saints not being able to pick up a point. You can see the fear on both of our faces there.
Abby May serves it over. Halstead with the dig. Pareto on the attack is too far on it. Got a bit under that one. And the Vikings now up by 4. Last time they were up by 4, we saw a timeout from the Saints.
And a bit of a reverse of the first set. A slow start for the Vikings, back and forth, and now taking control as the set progresses.
May serves that one over. Halstead is there. Soto and Ostrich were at the net. Ostrich got the better of it. And the Vikings will go up 5 now, 14-9 in this second set.
That started with a really good serve from Abby May, forcing a tough dig. See if she can do it again.
Ostrich picks up the solo block on that one. First solo block for the Vikings in this game. Abby May with her team up 5. Just gets it over. Soto trying to be cheeky with it. Voss and Cool try to take advantage of maybe a sleeping Saints offense, but you know it wasn't sleeping. Pareto. Good
Great
job
reaction.
by Serena.
Not the tallest player in the court, but she got up there to make the block.
Yeah, that's 5-7 going against 6-1. So now Carlos Soto. She sends that one over. Vikings with Holland. Vosenkool will try it and find open court.
Emily Vosenkool once again taking advantage of the opportunity she's been given. That's her 4th kill on just 8 total attacks.
And the lone woman, Kayla May, there's only one back there to try and get it out, and it was far enough away from her. Kayla May digs that one up, though. Here is Soto to Pareto on a soft touch. Vikings have 1 hit left to get it over. They do, just somehow. Here is Hansen on the attack. A little bit of a deflection at the net from Gabby Kepley, but it comes to no avail. That'll be a kill that time for Emmy Hansen.
Garten back into the match.
And back to serve now is Pareto. 1 error in this game. A dig right there from Spear. That denied at the net. On cue, Emily Garden with the block. Maddie Gooding was there as well.
Garten right back off the bench into the score sheet. Saints still hanging around, keeping it close.
Pareto leads this game in points with 10. She serves it. Her team down 3. Here come the Vikings. Ostrich on the attack, dug up by Pareto. Soto is there. Garden sends it over. Vikings deflect it up, and somehow it's still alive. Sent over and inbounds. Saints send it back over to the Vikings side. A little bit of a mess here at Carver. Back and forth at the net. Gooding is there, finds the open court. And a great touch by Maddie Gooding to pick up the kill.
We haven't seen too many long extended rallies. Some very entertaining digs there. That one almost going all the way back into the basketball hoop that's hanging up, but Abby May going and getting it.
St. Martin's just hanging around, just down 2 in this second set. Haven't seen them take a commanding lead so far in this match. Pareto with it once again for the Saints. Dug by Spear. Ostrich will have to bump it over. Halstead. And that one is a fight at the net. It was Hansen there, but Devin Ostrich was there as well for the Vikings to pick up a point for Western Washington.
Ostrich coming off a few double-doubles on the road trip. That's just her 5.5 points now for her tonight. 2nd on the team.
Vosenkool and Ostrich with the block assist right there. Garden, that one sent right into the arms of Vosenkool. Delaney Spear will tap it over. Garden digs it up. Gooding pushes it far side. Is it out of bounds? No, it isn't. Right on the line. Adele Holland was there for the Vikings, trying to leave it. And St. Martin's will take that point.
Holland might have lost her track of where she was on the court. She was pretty sure about that one until it hit the net. Hit the ground.
Gooding sends it over. Adele Holland with the set for the Vikings. Gabby Kepley, Gooding in the back line, bumps it up. Soto will give it to Pareto. And Pareto misses on an attack right there. And the attack error will give the Vikings that score.
Pareto's had a lot of kills. She hasn't been flawless, though. Her hitting percentage tonight is just 136. That's her 5th error.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Vikings up 3 here in the second set, up 1-0 in the match when we come back here on Vikings TV. So welcome back here to Carver's Gymnasium. In this second set, the Vikings are up 3, and we talked about in the first set how much of a clean volleyball game was. Both teams hit over 250 as a hitting percentage, but now Both sides kind of falling back down to earth. A little bit more of a sloppy set that these two teams are battling it through back and forth.
Yeah, you're right, Sam. Both teams under 100 hitting percentage here in this second set. Definitely a change from the first.
Seeing a lot of makeshift plays from both sides. Kepley with an aggressive attack. Good dig right there from Pareto. That one sent over hard once again. Some hard hits by both sides. Delaney Spear, flat-footed, will send that one over. Soto misdelivered and mishit from Soha.
First error of the night from Soha. She was on a 500 hitting percentage. Jumps back down.
Saints have twice as many attacking errors than the Vikings in this set, and it shows. Vikings up 4. Good serve right there from Vander Yacht. Garden tips it over. Adele Holland with some good hustle right there from the setter. There is Hansen. Vander Yacht in the back line. Evan Ostrich keeps it up. Delaney Spear lofts it over to the Saints side. Garden on the attack. Not get a hard one. And the Vikings will push it over that time. Halstead to Garden. Will take an attack at it. Deflected. And that'll be a point for the Saints. Emily Garden with the kill.
Garden showing off the power once again. She's got the second most total attacks on this Saints team. That's her 5th kill. Players they've gone to, Pareto and Garden, they've definitely shown their ability to just make it really difficult on the defensive end, but they've also had their fair share of errors.
Sent over by Hansen. Adele Holland will push it over to Kepley, deflected and sent back. Vikings on their side once again. Kepley will give a free one over to the Saints. That one set up by Soto, pushed over that time by Sofa. Somehow kept alive by the Vikings. How about Abby May right there? Emily Garden on the attack. Devin Ostrich is there off the net. Vikings bumping it up. That's 3 hits and it's over, folks. Sent over again by the Saints, and Jennifer Soha that time will make sure the Vikings cannot keep it alive, and she'll pick up the kill.
And this is the pattern we saw last time here at Carver Gym, these long extended rallies. The Vikings just tending not to come out with it at the end. It's unfortunate. Another great performance on that rally by May, the fill-in libero.
I think we've got to get a pancake counter on Abby May.
That's at least 2 or 3 already in the second set here.
Emmy Hansen back to serve for the Saints. She delivers it way over, and a service error gives up the point.
Saints now have 6 service errors. The Vikings just 2.
A huge momentum killer there as well on the service error. You come out of a huge long rally. You come out on top. You're trailing in this one. And you give away a free point on the serve directly following a great win. And that one's inbounds. They try to let it go.
3rd ace already for Gabby Kepley. That's the big reason they couldn't give up that point there, the Saints. They put the ball back in the hands of Kepley, who's been red hot tonight. Right on the line from the junior.
Vikings up 4 now in the 20s in this second set, trying to go up 2-0 in the game. Dug up by Hansen. Here is Garden on the attack. She's too long on it. And now the Vikings 3 straight points without really a true attack. They're up now 5, closing the end of this set.
Saints hitting percentage in the second set has dipped below .050.
Gabby Kepley back to serve. That one, they say it's long, and this time they're actually going to have the right read on it. It is too long. A service error will allow the Saints to regain the serve. Down 4 in this one. Back to serve is Emily Garden. 2 aces, but 2 errors, and a ace right there. I don't know how you stop that serve.
I got to say, that is just fun to watch from Garden. That is really impressive stuff.
It's scary to watch.
Got to feel bad for Abby May on the receiving end of that. She's got a little smile on her face right now. How the heck am I going to deal with that all night?
Garden once again on the jump serve. Dug up by Ostrich. Vikings going to be able to keep this one alive. It'll be a free one over to the Saints side. Soto to Pareto on the tip. Kepley tried to get there with a fist, but the dive was a little bit too late. And now just a 2-point difference in this one. Diane Flick-Williams will call the timeout. Her team up 2. Vikings closing in on a set win when we come back here on Vikings TV. So welcome back here to the second set at Carver Gymnasium. Vikings up 1-0 and up 21-19. Zen Hill and Adam Race here on Vikings TV taking you through it. It'll be Saints serve out of the timeout.
Emily Garten coming off a couple of killer serves. She's got 3 aces already in the match. 2 service errors. Make that 3.
A little bit of a loft right there. Not the serve that we have seen from Emily Garten all night. Kind of switch it up maybe.
She definitely went with a different look. A little bit of a knuckleball there.
Yeah. Vikings will get the point up by 3, 22-19. 3 away from a win. And that'll be given right back to the Saints. Delaney Spear on the service error.
Either team wants the momentum right now coming out of the timeout.
Both sides with a service error back-to-back. So we're still with our difference of 2 when we came back out of the timeout. May digs up the serve. Devin Ostrich on the attack, deflected, one-handed, and the Saints with some great hustle right there in the back line. Soha and Hansen keep it alive for them. Try with the attack, and diving was Soha, but she can't get there.
And it's been a battle all night, but it seems like the Vikings are just picking up those little extra points where it matters. Definitely capitalizing off of St. Martin's having a hitting percentage of .071 in this second set, but they find themselves in a really good position to go up 2-0.
It feels so back and forth, yet the Vikings have always held a lead for the most part in these 2 sets. Abby May serves it over Halstead with the dig. Pareto on the attack. Vikings are there. Some miscommunication, some mishits, and that one doesn't tip over the net. It's like when the basketball rolls around the rim right there for Delaney Spear. She's unable to get the benefit of it.
Seems like it went to the Saints side of the net and then came all the way back. We'll see it right here again. Vikings not able to recover from the miscue. That is so interesting that one went back to the Vikings side. Unfortunate. Gives the Saints a lifeline at the end of this second set.
It is Carla Soto. She serves it over, dug up by Ostrich. Here is Holland back to Ostrich. Dug up by Pareto. This one is going to be lofted over from the Saints. Adele Holland will try Ostrich again. A good hit. Hard one right there. Pareto did not have the angle. And the Vikings are within 1 point of a 2-0 lead here in this night.
Ostrich handing out a souvenir here all the way into the stands off the deflection. Nothing they could do about that one. Pareto was there, but she didn't have a chance.
Ostrich with 4 kills. Adele Holland back to serve for the Vikings. 1 away from a set win. Here is Soto over to Hansen. It's not going to do it, I don't believe. Must have been a deflection at the net, and we're still alive. Vossenkuhl, the answer's it. Here is Hansen deflected. Vossenkuhl far side, and too long on it. An odd little rally at the start of that set. Looked like there must have, I guess, been a deflection.
I'm with you, Zen. I thought I saw 4 hits there on that, but it kept going.
Saints capitalize on it. They trail by 2, served over by Pareto. Delaney Spear with a backwards bump. And Gabby Kepley, a very rare miscue. I don't know if it was a mishit, but it will cause a timeout to be called on the floor. We're going to keep things here so close to maybe the end of this set. The Vikings just 1 point away, but St. Martin's is knocking on the door. St. Martin's is coming off of a 3-set sweep against Alaska Fairbanks at home, but all 3 sets were determined by just 2 points, so the Saints know how to come up clutch towards the end of the sets. We'll see trailing 1 out of the timeout what they have dialed up.
And as we were talking about earlier, this Saints program, not one that has been hallowed for their volleyball program, but in recent years, you know, under Dan Banke, they've really had a resurgence. And right now, they're only a few games out of, you know, the upper echelons of the GNAC table. It's really great to see this program kind of rise from the ashes a little bit, have this great freshman class, and they're showing all that fight they've had this season here at Carver Gym in front of a loud crowd, another young squad in Western Washington, and we're going to have a really crucial few points here. This second set could really decide things. The Vikings can pick it up. It'll be hard for the Saints to come all the way back, but they're right there.
So here we go. Crowd on their feet here, as you can see. Serena Pareto back to serve for the Saints. They are down 1. The pressure is on. 25 to win it. Who gets there first? Delaney Spear digs it up. Adele Holland over to Vossenkuhl. She'll end it just like that. They only needed one offensive attack to win this set. 25-23, the Vikings take a 2-0 set lead.
And right there, a little bit of a sloppy set from each side, but the Vikings able to come out on top, capitalize on the errors, and Vossenkuhl, the exclamation point to end it, get the crowd loud once again. Vikings up 2-0, looking to close out what would be a great sweep if they can do it.
They're going to switch sides here, and we'll be back for set number 3 here on Vikings TV. A good crowd here tonight at Carver Gym. It's been fun. We'll see if the Vikings can pick up the sweep when we come back. Welcome back here. Third set about to get underway here at Western Washington University. Our Vikings are up 2-0 going into this third set. But let's take a look around the GNAC. What's going on around the GNAC, Adam?
Well, around the GNAC right now, we've got Western Oregon and Simon Fraser duking it out up in Burnaby right now. Simon Fraser holding a 2-0 advantage set-wise in that match, 14-10 in the third set. They're looking for a sweep. Simon Fraser, one of those teams, along with the Vikings and the Saints, battling to get to the top. You know, Central Washington, the preseason favorites, had a good start to the season, but definitely not unbeatable. Seattle Pacific right now sitting atop the GNAC standings at 7-1. That one loss, of course, coming against the Vikings at home. They've shown they can be one of the best teams in the GNAC, and a sweep here would really solidify that idea.
First point of the set will go to St. Martin's that time on a miss hit by the Vikings. You can see here they were trying to get it to Vossenkool. The set was a little bit off cue from Adele Holland. And Maddie Gooding with the serve. Abby May digs it up. Devin Spear, Laney Spear right there. And that one is sent over. Jennifer Soha off the deflection, and it's a 2-0 lead to start this third set.
First 2-point lead of the match for the Saints. As we were talking about, this has been one that's really been close throughout the sets. The Vikings have just always seemed to hold that small advantage, but St. Martin's jumping out into the lead here in what could be an elimination set.
Maddie Gooding will get the ace on the roll off the net right there. And yes, a start to this third set where they're just one away from going home early. A 3-0 lead is a good way to start it off here, grab some momentum in the set. Try to flip the script in this one, but a serve error right there will go too long, and it'll give the Vikings the first point of this set.
First service error of the set, 8th of the match for St. Martin's. It's really been the best and worst of the service game from the Saints. They've had some powerful ones, but a lot of errors.
Soto sets it up that time. Jennifer Soha with another kill, her second of this set already. Middle blocker right there, picking it up.
Need a little mental reset here after a tough start to the set.
Served over by Hansen, dug up by May. Here's Adele Holland over to Vossenkool. They deliver it that time. Pareda somehow, but Kepley's right there. Would have been a great play by Serena Pareda, but Gabby Kepley erases that. Puts the Vikings on the scoreboard now with 2 points.
Kepley had a great first set, a little quieter in the second, but making her presence felt early on in the third set, picking up her 7th kill. She leads the Vikings right now.
Served over by Ostrich, dug up by Halstead. Soto with a bump up, and here is a delivery right there. Emily Garden with the kill. Some quick plays back and forth between both sides, and St. Martin's is up by 3, 5-2.
That's the 30th kill of the match for St. Martin's. Vikings only have 24 despite being up 2-0 as far as the sets go. It's really been St. Martin's making errors like that or putting it away.
Emily Garden, service error number 9 of the game for St. Martin's. Vikings have only 4 of those. Abby May is back to serve for your Vikes. May in this one as our libero, 8 digs. That one dug up by Pareto, sent over by Soto on a nice dump over. Holland was there but didn't get the correct hit on it.
First kill of the match for Soto, who has so far been perhaps the best setter in the GNAC early on in this season. Picking up GNAC Player of the Week honors in this last week.
Sent over right there by Soha, dug up by Ostrich. Here is Carly Try. Back row keeps it up. Pareda had to get a weak one off. Delaney Spear tipped it up and out of bounds for St. Martin's point on that one.
And credit to the Saints coming into an elimination set and really taking control, picking up a 4-point lead now. Vikings need to find an answer.
Soha serves it over. Adele Holland sets it up for Try into the back line. Soha is there. And they have a violation on St. Martin's that will give the point to the Vikings. So good break right there.
Just like to quickly note, here at Carver Gym, attendance over 1,200 tonight. Fans came out in force. This is one of the largest crowds we've seen for a volleyball match since the COVID-19 pandemic shut down crowds. So really good to see on what is really the home opener here with a band in attendance and students in classes. Delaney Spear with the attack and the kill for the Vikings.
Delaney Spear with now her 4th kill of this match. And back to what you were saying, Vikings hosted the West Regional here last year. And against Central Washington in the West Regional, the first round, Vikings, of course, were upset. But that crowd that night, one of the loudest crowds that I've seen here at Carver Gymnasium. And if attendance continues like this towards the end of the season, maybe even when we see that rivalry game with Central Washington coming here eventually, it is going to be a fun season. Free student admission is changing the game for every sport. There's been some great crowds down at Harrington. Me and you have both seen down there.
Soccer, crowds of 500, 600 plus. Just really good to see the support.
Excited for the basketball season coming up and everything else. Softball. That one sent over and killed that time by St. Martin's. Deflection from Gabby Kepley in the back row. You can see the setup here to Maddie Gooding to pick herself up another kill in this game. Gooding now with 8. Sent over by Soto, dug up by Spear. Adele Holland back to Spear. Far side is Halstead, who digs it up. Gooding taps it over. Adele Holland sets it up for try. Deflected at the net. Halstead is there to bump it up. And here is Hansen sending it down on the deflection from the Vikings. St. Martin's dominating this set.
Hitting percentage at .875 early on in this set for St. Martin's. They have been clinical in the attack. Vikings at .222. Not too bad, but they've got to pick something up to catch up with these high-flying Saints right now.
Service from Soto, and Delaney Spear with a miss hit on that one. It's going to be a timeout called. Diane Flick-Williams with her team down 5 here in the 3rd set. The Vikings were trying to go for the sweep. We'll see what they have dialed up when we come back out of the timeout here on Vikings TV. So welcome back to Carver Gymnasium, 3rd set of volleyball action here. The Vikings have looked dominant in the first 2, but now St. Martin's comes out in this one and has held the lead for the most part in this 3rd set, something we have not seen all night from the Saints. They lead at 10-5.
7 of those 10 points for SMU coming on kills. No errors yet in this set, which has been really what's troubled them all match. 6 in the first set, 8 in the second, but they've been very clean in the attack.
Served over by Soto, dug up cleanly by Spear that time. Carly Try moving to her right, hits it over. Vikings get a kill right out of the timeout.
Carly Try has emerged. It seems like she's just popped her head up time to time, but she's got 7 kills, ties for the lead on the Vikings, a .400 hitting percentage. She's really done a great job in the attack right now.
We kind of came into this game more talking about one of our other middles in Emily Vossenkuhl, but Carly Try in this one making an impact. That one kept alive by the Vikings. Abby May will push it over. Saints have a free attack here. Soto to the far side. Pareto on the attack, deflected. A fist from Spear. Holland at the net, gets it over somehow. Pareto finds the open court. The diving Abby May could not get there.
Perhaps
Pareto,
a little fortunate there. Might have taken a missed deflection off the hand. Pareto just stayed in bounds.
Serena Pareto, a double-double on the night. 11 kills and 10 digs for her.
Pareto notches yet another double-double. She was picking them up at that homestand against the Alaska schools. That really served as a spark for this St. Martin's squad.
Dug up that time. Here is Carly Try on the attack. Halstead will bump it over for the Saints. Sent over by Gardner. Adele Holland to Gabby Kepley, had to pull back on her jump. Saints will come back on the attack. Far side to Hansen. And under the arms of Delaney Spear. A 6-point lead now here in this third set.
And once again, we've seen both teams playing pretty clean volleyball. The Saints right now are just dominating with these powerful attacks. Vikings having trouble dealing with it. Saints still yet to make an error in this set.
Pareto sends it over, dug up by Spear. Adele Holland over to Ostrich into the left corner for the point for the Vikings.
Ostrich, that's her 5th kill of the night. Has been the kill leader for the Vikings so far this season, but tonight Kepley and Try are the leaders. Doing very well there to find the open floor, though, is Ostrich.
Both Vikings pin hitters in Ostrich and Delaney Spear with double-digit digs. Halstead with a dig up right there. Hansen sends it over. Del Holland is there. Vossenkuhl sets it up for Ostrich. This one is Gooding denied by Vossenkuhl on a solo right there. From the back line, Pareto into her own net. Vikings will get the point on that one. That was a hard attack coming in. Did not have the height.
Pareto leading all players in kills, but also leading all players in errors. That is her 6th of the match.
That one was coming straight for Vossenkuhl. She was ready. 4-point deficit for the Vikings. Hansen in a nice spot. Pancaked up by Holland. Spear sends it over. This one's still alive. Garden with the attack, and Garden will get the point.
Unfortunate highlight reel defense right there.
Look at Adele Holland on the dive here. Somehow on the outside of the hand. Maddie Gooding back to serve for the Saints. Up 5 in this third set. She sends it into the net, and there's the error from the Saints.
For Gooding, that's her 2nd service error of the night, and it's, as we've been saying, really coming back to bite the Saints. See if the Vikings can take the momentum here. They're only down by 4.
Not out of the woods yet for the Vikings. Hansen, Spear digs it up. Holland to Vossenkuhl. Halstead will set it up. That one's sent over by Sohan Soham. And somehow kept alive from the Vikings right there. Sent over to the Saints side. Hansen denied at the net, I believe. No, it's going to be no block on that one. They signal 4, so no block to the Vikings' credit into their own side.
How about Abby May? You know, last time against Alaska Fairbanks, she was getting it done on the offensive end, setting a career high in kills, getting the game-winning kill. But now on defense, as a libero, she's performing very well.
Vikings almost got an ace there. Abby May will bump that one up. Gabby Kepley with the loft over. Hansen on the attack. Spear digs it up. Holland sets it up for Ostrich. Over Halstead's head and inbounds. Devin Ostrich with the kill.
And here's that run the Vikings needed. Quick 4-1 brings them within 2, forces a timeout.
Dan Benke is going to try and kill the Vikings momentum with a timeout. Vikings down 2 in this third set when we come back.
Put your hands together, Vikings fans, and let's make some noise.
So we welcome you back here in this third set at Carver Gym. The Vikings were down big, but are battling their way back in this third set to try and complete a sweep here at home.
And all credit to the visiting St. Martin's Saints. To put in perspective the rise this program has had, just their record against Western Washington. Vikings are currently on a 46-match winning streak against St. Martin's. They've won 72 of the last 74 sets between them, but St. Martin's in a really good position to pick up a set here, at least one.
We're underway here once again. There is a long one from Soha, and out of bounds, the Vikings will get the point. And they come within just 1 now. The Vikings would be looking for their first set at home this season. Vikings have just 2 sweeps on the year. Looking for one today. Garden serves it, sends it over. That one deflected by a Viking. Emily Garden gets the kill on that one off the deflection at the net.
Vikings were on a 6-1 run, goes to 6-2 now. Saints needed that one badly.
Garden now up to 8 kills, second on her team. Responsible for 11.5 points. That is second in the game behind Pareto. Hansen delivers it into the net on a service error.
Hansen, the fourth Saint, with at least one, or at least two, excuse me, service errors in the match. Crowd perhaps getting to the Saints here.
Evan Ostrich back to serve for your Vikings. Pareto digs it up. Soto with a bump. Garden on the attack. And another great attack and kill for Emily Garden.
For Garden, the freshman, I'm excited to see her develop in the GNAC here. She's got so much power. It's just when she's able to find that consistency, I'm sure she's going to be one of the most dangerous attacking weapons in the conference.
Here comes that serve from Garden as well. She goes back to what she knows, and it dances over the net.
That is her fourth ace of the game, but it came in a little bit of a different way than the other ones have. Second time we've seen the ball dance on top of the net and fall onto the Vikings half.
Saints up by 3 after some luck on that one, but a good serve here from Garden. Adele Holland pushes it back to Kepley on the attack. Halstead is there, a good dig by her. Bumped over, free one for the Vikings right here. Adele Holland will set it up. Kepley would try again and find success on that one for her 8th kill in this game. You got to go back to what has been working all night for the Vikings, and that is Gabby Kepley.
And also Carly Try, second most kills on the Vikings. She's back on the floor now.
Abby May is back to serve for the Vikings. They trail by 2. Just over halfway through this third set. That one is deflected off. Abby May will get herself a service ace.
Well, May's serves have been good all night. That's the first one that'll get her an ace, but it's just that consistency. That's why the Vikings had her as that service specialist last season, now picking up a lot more roles here in her second full year of playing.
11 total aces in the game. 6 from St. Martin's, 5 from the Vikings side. That one dug up that time by Kayla May. Abby May bumps it up for the Vikings. Adele Holland now to Spear. Sent over to Halstead. Delaney Spear will get herself a kill and tie things up here, ladies and gentlemen. 16-16 in this third set now.
Great fight from the Vikings, coming all the way back, down by as much as 5. And another timeout here forced for the Saints. We've got a really good ending to this one coming up if the Vikings can close it out.
We'll be right back on Vikings TV after this timeout. So welcome back to the third set here at Carver Gymnasium. All tied up, and a big point coming out of the timeout from head coach Dan Banky. His team has given up a lead now as the Vikings have battled back, trying to complete the comeback and maybe complete the sweep.
And an update from Burnaby. Simon Fraser completing the sweep against Western Oregon. Simon Fraser now at 5-3. Vikings need to pick up a win here to stay ahead of Simon Fraser. They're on 5 wins coming into this match.
Abby May will serve it for your Vikings. And we are underway once again. Abby May with a good serve. Carly Try. She throws up her hands, and I guess she'll take it on the kill.
8th kill of the match for Try.
Kayla May had a dig that went straight to where Try was, and the good awareness to just hop up and pick herself a kill right there. Vikings lead by 1 now in the set.
8 kills, and her hitting percentage is now north of 400.
May with the serve. Vikings up 1, a good one. Abby May, 2 aces.
Abby May, 2 aces in a big moment. We saw her take control of the match late last time against Alaska Fairbanks when we were here in Carver, and once again she is making an impact in the 3rd set. Vikings' biggest lead of the set at 2-0.
May with another serve. A long one is kept alive by Halstead. Here is Pareto on the attack. May with the dig. Adele Holland to try at the net. Back to the Saints side. Pareto close to that time. Try will bump it up for Gabby Kepley. To the back line, kept alive by Kyla May that time. Diving forward is Ostrich. And Spear trying to bump it over, but will not get the height on it. Some good hustle from the Vikings, but to no avail. Vikings still lead by 1 here in the 3rd. Back to serve is Jennifer Soha. Just tips off the net. Good bounce for the Vikings, though. Spear into the back corner, inbounds. Guaranteed that time, right in front of our umpire in the corner. Delaney Spear gets herself a kill.
Picture perfect from Spear. She's had a really good 3rd set, picking up, I believe, 4 kills now in the set.
And it is Gabby Kepley back to serve. She has 3 aces tonight. Lofting serve right there. Soto sets it up. Pareto on the attack. Dug up by Ostrich, back over to the St. Martin's side. Pushed over by Gooding, diving from Ostrich. Delaney Spear with the attack. Halstead keeps it alive. Soto with a bump. Pareto will try again, softer this time. Vikings dump it over Holland. Halstead is there on her knees. Here comes Hansen from the back row. Ostrich is there. Sent over by Gooding. And there was 4 Vikings in the area. But just in the perfect spot, Maddie Gooding picks up the point on a long rally.
That's a great defensive set there from Ostrich. Saw some great digs from her. She's at 15 digs right now, tied with Delaney Spear for the Vikings lead.
Carla Soto is back to serve. 31 assists for her on the night. Del Holland at the net. Carly Try is in bounds. Carly Try, her 9th kill now for the Vikings.
Try has been clinical. 9 kills, just the 1 error on 19 attacks.
Delaney Spear will serve it for the Vikings. Vikings now in the 20s. 5 away from a sweep. May digs that one up for the Saints. Hansen sends it over. R. May digs that one up that time. Evan Ostrich into the corner. Kyla May digs it up. Pareto to the other side. Here is Carly Try. Ostrich will push it over. Tipped up by Soto. May bumps it, and Gooding will send a free one over to the Vikings side. Del Holland to try into the corner. Halstead with a diving save. Pareto over. It is deflected, and no Vikings can get to it. Spear and Kepley were trying for it. And a kill from Pareto.
And, of course, coming down to the wire here, 2 teams that have had nothing but close sets over the last couple of weeks. See who has more bottle coming down to the wire here.
Serena Pareto back to serve for St. Martin's, trying to tie this thing up at 20 potentially. Crowd getting loud for the Vikings. Del Holland sets it up for Try, miss hit on it. Seen that a couple times on that play from the Vikings, unexecuted there, and it is all tied up now.
Rare miscue from Try, who's had such a clean night.
And Del Holland and Try still trying to work out that connection. They will build it throughout this season. Pareto over and not over, into the net. And the error will cost them in a big spot here. Cannot give away the free point with potential your night on the line. Vikings 4 away from a set win and a game win.
That's 12 service errors now. It's absolutely killed the Saints tonight.
Service specialist Anna Vanderyacht in. Delivers that one over. Saints get it back, and Garden with an emphatic attack. Emily Garden. Earlier in the game, we kind of talked about how Serena Pareto might be in, early favorites to win Freshman of the Year, but don't count out Emily Garden. It might be a battle of 2 teammates.
Garten, she's been on and off the court, but every time she's been on, it's been fireworks. That's her 10th kill now.
Holland at the net, a little bit of a battle. Here is Garden with a soft one. Vikings going to try and take advantage. Lawson Cool on a late hit, somehow kept alive by Ostrich, but then sent right back over. Jennifer Soha will put the Saints up one here late. And Diane Flick-Williams will call timeout for the Vikings in need of her team to try and sweep this game. She will see what she draws up out of the timeout when we come back here on Vikings TV. We welcome you back here to Carver Gymnasium. Could be the end of the night, depending how this last couple of plays go between these two sides. St. Martin's, though, trying to keep it alive, puts to a fourth set.
Saw some frustration from Vikings head coach Diane Flick-Williams as she called that timeout. It's what she's been harping on here, is that consistency. And the Vikings, they had it for just a little bit in this set here as they've had the comeback, but now giving the lead right back to the visitors.
Here are the Vikings. It is Devin Ostrich, and she gets the kill out of the timeout. Perfect spot. Carla Soto was diving for it, and it'll tie things up out of the timeout for the Vikings.
Just perfectly weighted there from Ostrich, saw the space and took advantage of it.
Holland's serve over. Dug up by Halstead. Sent over by Hansen, deflected at the net, but the Vikings just unable to get a clean block on it.
Frustration there from Ostrich. She definitely got up in the right position to make the block, just couldn't direct it to the correct side of the net, off the side of the hand there. That would have been a huge block to pick up.
Haven't seen a lot of blocks from either side in this one. That one's sent over on a serve by Tiffany Lamb. And off a deflection, she will pick up the ace.
And Ostrich right there tried to get out of the way, couldn't quite react quick enough. It just tipped off her arm. Not sure if it was going long or not. Ostrich wanted to leave it, though.
Tiffany Lamb out of nowhere, her first appearance of the game, picks up an ace. St. Martin's 1 point away. Here is Garden. Tipped up and spear in the back line, tripped up, and this is going to extend this game. St. Martin's is going to take a third set victory, 25-22. And they will try and extend this one, down 0-2. Able to show some fight. We'll see what they have dialed up in the fourth set as they switch sides. And when we come back, it'll be set number 4 on Vikings TV. We welcome you in here. Set number 4 about to get underway between St. Martin's and Western Washington. St. Martin's coming off a set number 4 victory to extend this one. The Vikings will look to close it out. Abby May, our libero, has a little bit of a jersey swap, maybe to try and switch things up a little bit.
A little bad mojo from that third set. Really a set where both teams played very well, but St. Martin's hitting percentage of .372 in the third set. Vikings at .286, just 2 errors in that one for them. Back and forth stuff. Vikings were able to mount the comeback, but at the end of the set, that 7-2 run to finish things off for St. Martin's. That is just the 4th set they've won in the last 77 in the matchup between these two teams. And they're 1 away from forcing it to back-to-back 5-set matches here at Carver Gym.
We will see what the Vikings can do to potentially try and close this one out. It'll all start with Abby May on the serve, getting us going. And she is long, not the way you want to start a set. And St. Martin's will pick up the first point on a service error from Abby May.
Abby May has been so consistent with the service game tonight. 2 aces and just a lot of successful serves. That's her first service error of the match. Somebody who would call herself a service specialist, a little uncharacteristic.
So it is Tiffany Lamb. Came up extremely clutch at the end of that third set, making the serve here, the freshman out of Frisco, Texas. Vikings with try, and that one's in there. Carly Try now double digits, leading the Vikings and tying it up early in the 4th set.
Try set a season high and career high against Alaska Fairbanks last time at Carver with 11 kills. She's already got 10 here, well on her way to another career high.
Gabby Kepley is back to serve for the Vikings. A floater and a diver over. Soto bumps it up. That one is sent over on a weak touch by Soha, and no Viking could dig it up. A kill for Jennifer Soha right there.
Quick update from up in Alaska. Central Washington and Alaska Anchorage battling it out right now. Central Washington took the first set. Those two teams are tied 9-9 in the second set.
Miss hit right there. Emily Garden, we've seen that a lot tonight. When she's on, she's unstoppable with her serves, but now 5 service errors. All tied up 2-2. Delaney Spear back to serve. That one bumped up. Soto sets it up. Paredo. And Delaney Spear for the Vikings. Bumped up by Soha. Back to Soha. That one off of Kepley, off of Try, and then Spear will send it over on a bump. Soto to Paredo, deflected at the net. That time, Adele Holland was there.
Holland, the setter. It's the second time tonight we've seen her show off the vertical, get up and make a play at the net.
Adele Holland, you saw on the replay with that block assist, her and Carly Try both pick up 1. Delaney Spear on the serve. Vikings up by 1 early. From the back line is Hansen. Now the Vikings with Devin Ostrich, and they find court. Devin Ostrich now with the kill for the Vikings.
Ostrich 2 kills away from yet another double-double. She's been a double-double machine so far this season for the Vikings.
Vikings not letting St. Martin's get ahead early as they did in that third set. Delaney Spear serves it over. Soto over to Soha. Del Holland bumps up from the back line. His Spear off the net. Dug up by Kyla May. Vikings on the attack. Carly Try, back line kept alive by Hansen. Paredo will put it into the open court. Paredo now up to 14 kills, leading the way for the Saints.
Paredo had a bit of a quieter third set after really being the dynamic offensive weapon in the first 2 for SMU.
Sent over by Soha on the serve, dug up by May. Here is Holland on the bump, far side to Ostrich, deflected at the net and out of bounds. Devin Ostrich picks up the kill right there on a failed block attempt. On for the Vikings is Anna Vanderyacht, as well as Emily Vossenkool. Carly Try will take a seat with 10 kills. For the meantime, Emily Vossenkool with 5 kills and 2 block assists comes in to play that middle blocker role. Vanderyacht, Halstead digs that one up. Soto keeps it alive. Paredo with a huge attack and inbounds.
Nothing the Vikings could do about that attack there from Paredo.
Look at the vertical here.
out of the reach of Vanderyacht.
Carla Soto to serve for the Saints, down 1. Too long on it and a service error, as we have seen all night for St. Martin's.
That's number 14 now for the Saints.
Now, if you think back to some of these sets, you wonder if St. Martin's wasn't committing so many service errors, this could be an entirely different match between these two teams.
Absolutely, with how close these sets have been. It's been a big game changer.
Ostrich diving into the crowd to save that one. Soto sets it up for Hansen, deflected by Kepley's left arm, but down onto the court. Not enough for a block.
And here comes Garton once again. See what she does this time out on the floor, as that one diving dig into the crowd.
It is Pareto to serve, down 1. Lofts it over, Spear with a dig. Holland pushes it to Ostrich on the attack. Good dig by Halstead. Soto up to Garden, deflected again, where the Vikings just cannot pick up a block, and it is all tied up at 6.
Right on cue. That's her 12th kill of the night on just 3 errors, 310 hitting percentage.
Came into this match leading the team in kills. Evan Ostrich for the Vikings, deflected at the net. Right there, the Saints pick up the point. Shows the difference right there. Maddie Gooding able to pick up a block, killing Ostrich's attempt at a kill. Vikings have not found success at the net often in this one. Serena Pareto with her team up 1. Serves it over, Abby May. Digs it up, Adele Holland will give it to Ostrich on the attack. Ostrich comes right back and gets herself a kill, picks it back up to tie things.
Ostrich up to a double-double now. So another one for Ostrich, who's been the dynamic player of the season so far for the Vikings, leading in digs and kills.
And she serves this one over, but will not get it. She hits it into her own net, and a service error for Devin Ostrich.
6th of the game for the Vikings, still less than half as many as the Saints, but that came in a big moment. Gives the Saints back a 1-point lead.
Maddie Gooding on the standstill serve. Del Holland will have to jump up to try and keep it alive. Vikings on their side of a fresh set of hits. Delaney Spear off the arms of Pareto. And a kill for Delaney Spear. And back onto the court comes Carly Try for the Vikings.
Try just 1 point short of a career high kills.
Abby May back to serve, all tied up at 8 here in our 4th set. Vikings 1 away from a victory. Hansen digs it up, back to Hansen on the attack. Adele Holland sets it for Gabby Kepley on a soft one. Soto that time denied at the net. There we go for the Vikings. Gabby Kepley and Carly Try both there. And a block gives them a point.
Just the 5th total block of the night for the Vikings. 5 for either side. It has not been a game that's been decided at the net.
Carly Try with her 2nd block assist. Abby May back to serve. Dug up by Hansen. Soto gives it. That time to Garden. Way too long on it. Saints, though, had a deflection, and yes, there was, on the court. So it will be a kill for Emily Garden. Diane Flick-Williams, we haven't seen a challenge here at Carver. Don't think we will.
Looks like she was checking with Delaney Spear if it did hit her hand. Spear said, yep, it did.
All tied up at 9. Tiffany Lamb to serve. Ostrich with the dig. Try with the attack and inbounds. Carly Try.
Matches a career high that she set last time she was here at Carver Gym against Alaska Fairbanks.
I have a feeling that new career high might come in a big spot. Carly Try has been so clutch for the Vikings so far in this game and on the season as well.
Kepley has served. She's got 3 aces already in this game for the Vikings.
Dug up by Pareto. Soto, that one had to go back to Hansen, but Ostrich could not be there. Man, back and forth in this 4th set.
And you're absolutely right. Every set we've seen at least one team take a decent lead at some point, but right now neither team has been able to build a lead of more than 2. That was a 2-4 lead the Vikings held early in the set.
Garden sent a floater over. Carly Try on the attack is denied. There is so high, and Ostrich cannot get it in the back row. Back-to-back plays where Ostrich could have potentially had a nice dig in the back, but unable to get it. Rare misses from her back there.
And here comes the jump serve.
She floated it last time. Does she go back to Old Faithful? Looks like she's going to go float serve again, trying to play it safe maybe. Delaney Spear somehow gets that one over on a backhand. Pareto sends it over. Kepley is there. Tries, keeps it up. Spear will tap it over. There is Soha on the attack. Deflected. Abby May keeps it up in the air. Here's Ostrich from the back line. Hansen with the dig. Soha on another attack. And here is Adele Holland and the Vikings. Delaney Spear over. That one will be set up for Pareto. Vikings in the nice spot. Holland tries to dump it over. Halstead is there, though. Pareto now tips it far side. Ostrich keeps it alive. Carly Try pushes over. A good rally from both sides. Pareto with the answer. And a great kill.
Some emotion from Dan Banky after that. Good rally there. Vikings on a few occasions there looked like they had opportunities to send it over with more power, but opting for the lighter hits, little bumps over the net, and it came back to bite him in the end. Pareto making him pay.
Timeout on the floor. Vikings trail by 2 when we come back after a short break here at Carver Gym. We welcome you back here to the 4th set at Carver Gym. Vikings down by 2. Just lost a big rally. Diane Flick-Williams trying to kill the momentum of the Saints. Off a big rally win, we'll see who comes out on top on this next point.
Vikings have had a tough time this season so far in 4-set matches. They're just 1-4.
Garden sends it over. Adele Holland sets it up for Spear on the attack. Halstead could not dig it out. And Delaney Spear with a kill out of the timeout.
Second time this set we've seen Delaney Spear handing out souvenirs. That one deflects into the crowd.
Spear now up to 8 kills on the night to go along with her 18 digs.
Good for Spear. A bit of a slow start. She's really picked it up as the match has progressed.
Here's her serve. Halstead is there. Soto on a backwards tip. Vikings keep it alive. Here's Ostrich. Dug out by Pareto. Back to Pareto. Soft tap. Kepley is there. Adele Holland to try. That one deflected twice and sent over on the 3rd hit for the Saints. Vikings will go back on the attack. Try is denied. Abby May is there. Kepley over to Ostrich, who sends it over. Soto to Soha, deflected and blocked at the net. Devin Ostrich gets herself a block. Vikings tied up 12-12.
And all of a sudden, blocks coming into play. 2 in this set already for the Vikings. Make that 3 now, most they've had in the set so far in this match.
All tied up now. Carly Try and Devin Ostrich with the block assist there. Pareto deflects off of Try. Try bumps it up. Ostrich is over, and she's going to get a kill right there in the back line. Halstead could not get it. Vikings lead by 1 now. Devin Ostrich now has creeped up to 11 kills, tying for the team lead.
And on the defensive end, 20 digs for Ostrich already.
Spear serves that one over nicely. Saints on the attack from Hansen. They get a part of the net. And they're going to get a point on that one. We've seen some hits that maybe shouldn't have gone over. Maybe have deflected, and the Vikings just aren't in the right spot every once in a while because you can't predict it. Saints are taking advantage of those lucky hits.
You're right, the net seems to have been another player on the court tonight.
Abby May digs up the serve, dumped over by Holland, but Hansen is there. Pareto is over. Holland now pushes it. Ostrich on the attack, inbounds. It is Devin Ostrich.
Ostrich, 2 kills and 3 points.
Anna Vanderyacht has subbed in, as well as Emily Vostenkool. Carly Try and Abby May are off for the Vikings, up 1. Vanderyacht serves it over. May digs it up. There is Gooding on a push. Spears diving, but it's in bounds. Maddie Gooding coming up big right there.
Gooding, that's her 9th kill of the match. She's only got the 1 error as well. .471 hitting percentage is the highest of any player on either team.
Carla Soto back to serve. All 14s here. Vosencool is too long on the attack. The attack error too long.
It's been that kind of night for Vosencool. 5th error to go along with 5 kills on the match.
Saints retaking a 1-point lead now. Soto's serve, dug up by Spear. Here is Holland at the net with Gooding. May came in trying to fly for it, but Gooding's going to get herself a kill. Just a little bit of a net battle there, and when you are 6'1" Maddie Gooding going against our setter, although she has the heart, 5'8" Holland, the odds are stacked against her in that scenario. Saints up by 2. Spear with a bad dig. Kepley had to dive for it, and an unsuccessful one.
St. Martin's all of a sudden, this is the biggest lead of the set at 3 points. 17-14 Saints. 4 straight points, 5-1 run.
In a match where we haven't seen a lot of big leads, this is a big one for Saints to try and hold on to it. Push this to a 5th set maybe. What a comeback it would be. Adele Holland, Ostrich into her own net. Vikings.
Just nothing going right now.
And on cue, Diane Flick-Williams will call the timeout. Vikings down 18-14 in the 4th set when we come back.
Welcome back.
So welcome back here to Carver Gymnasium. 4th set, Vikings down 4 out of their timeout. St. Martin's trying to push this to a 5th set after being down 0-2 going into the 3rd set.
Saw the Vikings overcome a 5-point deficit in the last set, although they ended up dropping the set. 4 points is the difference here.
Soto, an ace for her. Ostrich thought it was going to go long.
For Soto, that's her 3rd ace of the night. One of the leading players as far as aces go in Division II.
Perfectly on the line there from Soto, giving her the ace. And a 5-point lead now to the Saints. Spear digs it up. Holland with the set. Vosencool with the attack. Halstead is there, though. That one goes far side to Hansen. Holland for the Vikings. Another net battle here between Gooding. That one is Spear from the back row, dug up by May. Soto pushes it far side. Pareto deflected at the net. Good job by the Saints to keep this one alive. Hansen is blocked at the net. Emily Vosencool was there as well as Devin Ostrich. I think Vosencool got most of it in a big block.
That'll be a solo block for Vosencool. First of the night, go along with 2 block assists.
Back-to-back attack attempts denied there. First by Holland and Vosencool, then by Ostrich and Vosencool. That one from Gooding is going to be inbounds.
I think Diane Flick-Williams wants to take a look at this one.
I saw the Vikings start to celebrate, and I questioned what had just happened. This will be our first replay used. She's going to challenge the in call.
Credit to the referees tonight. Usually we see at least 1 challenge per set, I'd say, but It's been very clean so far tonight. This is the first one.
It has been a fast-paced game between these two teams. Already in set number 4. The Saints up by 5. Right now, for the St. Martin's Saints, they have 58 total kills in this game. Their season high as a team are 66. That came in the preseason exhibition games against Texas Women's, which was actually a 5-set loss for them. They just recently came off a game on October 5th where they had 60 team kills in 4 sets. Very similar outing for this offense in this one against the Vikings.
When you look at big kill performances for players on this St. Martin's squad, you look at that Texas women's games, Emily Garton had 23 kills in that match, 27 total kills and 6 service aces in a win over Alaska Fairbanks in that last homestand for St. Martin's. This is a team, they tend to decide matches, not necessarily for themselves every single time, but they're going to have the decider, and it's either an error or a kill for them, and that's kind of been the story tonight. When they've been on, when that hitting percentage has been up, there's really been nothing the Vikings can do about it. Players like Pareto and Garden have been so hard to deal with, as we're about to get a ruling here on this challenge, I believe.
Vikings defense has had to work for it tonight. 2 players with 20 digs, Devin Ostrich and Delaney Spear. And we have some discussion here before we get our official ruling.
It'll stay with St. Martin's.
They say on the deflection, so St. Martin's keeps the point. They will be up 5, 20-15.
And this is the latest in a set that either team has had this commanding of a lead all night. We might be headed to a second consecutive 5-set match at Carver Gym.
We will see it. It's been electric. It's been back and forth. It would make sense. Serena Pareto will be back to serve for St. Martin's. Here is Pareto. It's an ace for Pareto. Huge serve.
10th ace of the night for St. Martin's. 10 aces to go along with 14 service errors. Really has been a big back and forth in that statistical category for the Saints. First of the night for Pareto.
Serena Pareto now up to 25 aces on the year. Spear digs this out. Adele Holland to Vossen Cool into the back corner, dug up by Pareto. High into the sky. That one sent over by Garden. Abby May settles. Here is Gabby Kepley on the attack. Pareto once again in that back line. Once again from Garden, denied at the net. Saints keep it alive on their side though. This one is going to go into their own side, off the net, no deflection, and the 4 hits will get the point to the Vikings.
Vikings needed that one. They're also probably going to need the next one and the next one.
And maybe the next one. We will see the Vikings trying to take a 4-set victory, but they trail by 5. It's not looking in their favor so far. Ostrich with the serve. Soto sets that one up. Here is Garden deflected at the net. Emily Vossenkool and Gabby Kepley get the block.
For Vossenkool, it's been a tough night as far as attacking has gone with 5 kills and 5 errors, but that is her 3rd block assist to go along with the solo block she had. She's still having a good night out there.
Serve from Ostrich, and the error in maybe the worst spot for the Vikings right there.
That's the 3rd service error of the night for Ostrich, most on the Vikings.
And it'll be Maddie Gooding back to serve. Delaney Spear is unable to get a clean dig on it, and the Saints within 2 of pushing this to number 5.
It's just been those defensive miscues have really hurt the Vikings in this 4th set.
6-point lead now for St. Martin's. Here is Gooding. Spear. Ostrich. Back to Spear. Too long. Number 24 in the 4th set.
Vikings need a 7-0 run to get back to 24 all. Would be the longest run of either team in this match.
St. Martin's delivers a serve over. Spear somehow keeps it up. She'll try an attack, blocked at the net. Gabby Kepley sets it up. Laney Spear again this time. She gets the kill on that one to keep the Vikings alive in this set in a big spot.
Just need to take it 1 point at a time here.
Carly Try will come on for the Vikings. Abby May will be back to serve. Vikings down big. Take a whole lot here to come back in this fourth set. Down 6, Abby May. She serves it over to Halstead. Soto sets it up. Soha with the kill is going to end this set. So the Vikings won the first 2 sets. And now number 4 goes to St. Martin's to push us to a 5th. We'll have a short 5th set here when we come back here on Vikings TV. Vikings trying to close it out in number 5. So we welcome you back. 5th set about to get underway. Who would have thought Vikings go up 2-0 to start off the night, have dropped the last 2 in kind of convincing fashion for St. Martin's at least, and that last one especially, a 25-18 4th set victory. We'll see how it affects the 5th set. If the Saints carry over that momentum, they're going to stay on the same side of the court, so maybe.
You're absolutely right, Zen. It's been really good from the Saints after they've gone down 2-0. In that 3rd set, they had a hitting percentage just south of 400 and then really convincing in that 4th set as well. They absolutely deserve to be in this 5th and final set here at Carver Gym. We've got another exciting one. Last time at Carver Gym, it was a 5-set victory over Alaska Fairbanks. Vikings are 2-1 this season in 5-set matches. All 3 of those were in GNAC play. 31-10 when going the distance over the last 9 seasons.
Maddie Gooding starts us off. Delaney Spear gets the first dig. Gabby Kepley gets the first kill of this 5th set. Haven't heard from Kepley in a bit, and there she is.
Kepley, that is her 10th kill of the night. Excuse me, make that her 9th kill of the night. 318 hitting percentage for her tonight. One of the best offensive productions she's seen all season.
You look back at that 4th set, both sides had 38 attack attempts. The Saints were more confident and more successful, and right there, Jennifer Soha picks up a kill to answer right back.
And honestly, this St. Martin's team, really just an exciting team. They've kind of got this all-or-nothing attitude you see with how many aces they have to go along with how many service errors they have. They do everything they can as hard and as fast as possible. Sometimes it comes out in their favor, sometimes it doesn't. That's what's led to this back and forth battle.
Their offense has been overwhelming tonight. Vikings, a little bit of a miscommunication. Soto pushes it to Garden, and that'll get her a kill. Emily Garden, number 14 on the night, off the deflection from the Vikings. St. Martin's has 4 players in double-digit kills. Pareto with 16, Garden with 14, Jennifer Soha with 12, and Maddie Gooding with 10.
15 more kills on the night than the Vikings.
Carly Try deflected by the Saints. Here is Soto over to Garden.
We've seen it all night right there. Goes to Garden on the edge, and there's just nothing the Vikings can do.
Same position, same hit, same style. Emily Garden keeps finding success. Off a deflection that time. St. Martin's up by 3. Tiffany Lamb serves it over. Ostrich with the dig. Carly Try attack. Vikings will get a point back right there. Carly Try.
That's a career high for Try. See if she can spur the Vikings towards a 5-set victory here. She is tied for the lead with the Vikings with 12 kills, tied with Ostrich.
Carly Try came into this game having less total kills than the other middle blocker, Emily Vossenkool, but Try has made the impact tonight. Garden looked like it went into her own net. That one's going to be a point for the Vikings.
And the Vikings spared another kill from Garden only from her own mistake. Seems like that's what the Vikings have had to rely on when the ball comes to her.
All tied up at 3 in the 5th. Spear serves it over. Dug out by Halstead. Soto sets it up. Soha, Abby May is there. Garden keeps it up. Here comes Garden on the attack. A soft one kept up in the air by Ostrich. Delaney Spear from the back row. Diving for it. Pareto, what a save. Soha on a soft one. May tried to get there. Jennifer Soha with the kill.
Soha at 12, like you were saying, Zen. 4 different Saints in double-digit kills. That's 13 for Soha. Just 2 for the Vikings and Ostrich and Try.
And that possession kept alive by Serena Pareto's amazing dive. She has 14 digs on the night, second on her team.
For the 3rd time tonight, Pareto doing a little shuffle, clean up the floor. Garden's back to serve. This is kind of make or break here to see if Garden can go for everything or float it over as we've seen the last few times she's served.
Yeah, in the 4th set, she played it safe for most of her serves. Looks like she will here as well. But it still might find some success. Vikings get it over awkwardly. Carla Soto with the set. Soha tips it over. Vikings on the attack. Ostrich into the left side, and it is out of bounds. Ostrich misses on the attack. Vikings trail by 2. First to 15 here. Garden back to serve once again. Abby May digs it up. Holland with the set. Try cannot get the hit on it. And Diane Flick-Williams is going to come out and call a timeout. Frustration from the Vikings side, down 3 in this 5th set. When we come back, the Vikings try and salvage this victory potentially. When we come back on Vikings TV. Welcome back for our set number 5 here. St. Martin's up by 3 out of the timeout. Vikings in danger of losing in 5 sets here at home.
Last time they lost in 5 sets here at Carver Gym, November 14th, 2019. That was 4 years ago. That was against Alaska Anchorage.
Vikings are 2-0 at home this year as well. It will be their first home loss on the season. Pareto sends it over and a kill right out of the timeout. Pareto gives a 4-point lead on her 17th kill. 20 points.
St. Martin's also chasing history. If they can close this one out, it'll break a 46-match winning streak the Vikings have over the Saints.
Vikings on the attack. Ostrich with a hit, and she's denied at the net. Jennifer Soha.
You can feel the energy from the St. Martin's bench right now. Head coach Dan Banky getting loud as we have the switch of sides. Vikings dug themselves a hole here. They're going to have to work their way out.
Man, for St. Martin's, Serena Pareto, 17 kills, ties a career high. She just came off a 17-kill performance, which was against Alaska Anchorage on October 5th. Has already tied that here today. Back to serve. Emily Garden. Saints up 5. May digs it up far. Battle at the net from Holland. Good job by her. Saints on the attack now. Pareto sends it over. That's a career high kill right there. Number 18.
And Pareto,
and a gut punch.
Coming off a really great homestand where she had a 17-kill, 18-dig double-double against Alaska Anchorage. And now just killing the Vikings tonight. And that wasn't even hard contact on that one. It just seemed to find floor. That's how it's been all night. The attack from the Saints has just been clinical. It seems like the Vikings can't do anything about it in this 5th set so far. St. Martin's 6 kills on their 9 points, 500 hitting percentage, just the 1 error. Vikings 2 kills, 3 errors in the 5th set. It's a young squad in a high-pressure situation. You know, we saw it last time they played against MSU Billings. Just things not going their way. It would be a heartbreaking loss. And as you said, that last point, just a gut punch as the Vikings go down here by 6.
Especially when you went up 2-0 in the first 2 sets, losing 3 straight. A reverse sweep it would be for St. Martin's. It would bring them up to 5-3 in the GNAC. They would leap over the Vikings, who would fall to 5-3 due to the tiebreaker between them.
Vikings trying to stem the tide of this 6-0 run, and as you were saying, Zen, this is a big game as far as the GNAC standings go. Both teams trying to chase those upper level teams like Seattle Pacific and Central Washington. Central Washington, by the way, looking like they're going to pick up a win on the road against Alaska Anchorage.
The preseason poll favorite in Central has 2nd in the GNAC right now. We're back in action here at Carver. Vikings on the attack. Carly Try will bump it up. Ostrich gets denied on a soft touch and an even softer rejection from Jennifer Soha. St. Martin's up 10-3. It has not been this far of a deficit for the Vikings. Just a dominating 5th set from the Saints. They've earned it.
I believe this is the biggest deficit we've seen either way all match.
Ostrich sends it over, has an answer right there. Devin Ostrich trying to rally the team together. She is the leader in kills and at times leader on this court.
And Vanderyacht checking in for Carly Try. Vanderyacht hasn't been too involved tonight, coming in as the service specialist here in a big spot.
Could use a nice serve from Anna Vanderyacht. Vossenkool on the court as well for the Vikings. That one dug up by Kyla May, back to the Vikings side. Here is Vossenkool. There she goes with a kill right there. Emily Vossenkool.
Once again, Vikings just need to take it 1 point at a time. Don't even look at the scoreboard. Just get it done on the floor now.
Vikings have to be a goldfish here. Here's Anna Vanderyacht. Sends it over. Kyla May. Pareto gets the net bounce, but that is going to be a net violation, I believe, on the Vikings on Adele Holland, they call it on.
That's a killer right there. Vikings looked like they were going to dig that one up and keep it alive.
You can see on the replay here.
Holland just clipping that net.
Soha serves it over. Spear digs it up. Abby May now to Devin Ostrich. Far corner, Kayla May digs that one out. Soha will bump it over. Vikings have a free attack here. It'll be used on Ostrich, and that one is going to hit off the antenna. Point for the Vikings. Devin Ostrich, her 2nd kill of this set.
Vikings 3-2 run. They're going to have to do a little better than that to really stem the tide. Hopefully it isn't too little too late.
Del Holland's serve. Vikings down 5. Halstead digs it out. Soto pushes it. That one by Pareto. Kepley sets it up for Spear, who will push it. Pareda on a soft one once again. Vikings on the attack. Gabby Kepley deflected, and they're going to get a violation this time on St. Martin's. A point will go to the Vikings.
A little bit of life injected into the crowd here at Carver. Deficit down to 4.
They got Pareda on that one making contact. Adele Holland's serve is over. Soto with the set. Gooding mistimed the jump. It rolled over, though. We're still alive. Vossenkool with a kill. Emily Vossenkool brings the Vikings within 3.
But Emily Vossenkool coming in, making an impact in the 5th set here. She's up to 7 kills now. That's going to force a timeout from the visitors.
Timeout on the floor. St. Martin's up 3. When we come back, approaching the end of this match, we'll see who takes it when we come back. So here we are coming down to the wire. We welcome you back into Carver Gymnasium. We are in the 5th set. Just a 3-point difference between these two GNAC teams.
A 5-1 run from the Vikings has them right back in this one after that 7-point deficit. Good to see the young team with some battle left in them. It's all coming down to these next few points.
Vikings can be streaky at time. Can they come in a big spot here? That one's sent over Pareda. Spear with the dig. Ostrich with the attack. Deflected. Point for the Vikings. Devin Ostrich. Don't count these Vikings out just yet, folks.
What a match we have here. Two young, scrappy squads. Both of them want it. And they're both fighting for it right now. Just 2 the deficit.
Adele Holland served over Halstead's dig. Soto over to Pareda. Deflected at the net and out of bounds. Pareda with the answer for her 19th kill of the game.
20.
Excuse me, 20.
20th kill for Pareda. What a night for her.
Wow.
So 20 kills from the freshman Pareda, 15 from the freshman Garten. What a bright future this SMU squad has.
Carla Soto getting ready to serve it here. 3 points away from a victory are the Saints.
And it's been the serves that's made or broke the sets for the Saints so far today. Let's see if Soto can get this one over.
Soto with 3 aces on the day. Is it number 4? Vikings got 1 to get it over. They do with Ostrich. Soto sets it up. Gooding denied at the net. Vikings get a point right there. Devin Ostrich and Emily Vossenkool. Ostrich got most of it. She has been clutch in this 5th set.
You're absolutely right, Vossenkool and Ostrich in there. When it's most important, Ostrich to serve here. She's got 2 aces already on 9, 1 ace.
Floats it over. Kyla May in the back digs it out. There is Hansen softly over to the Vikings side. Gabby Kepley dug up that time by the Saints. Pushed over. Hansen will try again into the back. Emmy Hansen.
Hansen has had a bit of a rough night. Hitting percentage under 100. Gets it done in the big moment, though. Saints are just 2 points away from what would be a historic victory for their program here coming into Carver Gym.
Pareda on the serve. Spear with the dig. Vossenkool pushes it to the back. Pareda digs it. That one from Garden. She gets the kill off the deflection, and 1 point now for the Saints for a reverse sweep.
Vikings picked up a reverse sweep to open up the GNAC season, trying to avoid one here.
Serena Paredo back to serve it, the freshman. Abby May with the dig. Holland with the set. Capley with the attack and denied at the net. Maddie Gooding as well as Emily Garden there for the block assist for both of them. It is a reverse sweep for St. Martin's.
Congratulations to the St. Martin Saints. You got to say they deserve this one. They played great. They were just hitting the ball with such power and such venom. The Vikings really had trouble down the stretch dealing with it. The defense had a lot on their hands. SMU finishes the game with a hitting percentage of .235, but in those 3 sets they won. 372 hitting percentage in the third, 400 in the fifth. When the lights were brightest, they came through and they delivered. And the Vikings, they had a tough night on the defensive end. They weren't able to come through on those longer rallies. Came back to bite them. They slipped to 5-3 on the GNAC, and that snaps a 46-game winning streak that WWU has against SMU. This young squad is on the rise, turning some heads in the GNAC. They're now on the tails of Central Washington and Seattle Pacific near the top of the standings, 9th in the GNAC preseason polls, but really showing why they deserve to be higher.
Head coach Dan Banky has done a great job this year. Super proud of his squad, I'm sure, after facing adversity, down 0-2 to start it. They showed the heart. They came back here on the road in a loud crowd. They pulled through, pulled up the 5-set victory. For your Vikings, we will see you here on Vikings TV, or if you want to come to Carver Gymnasium, come show out. It's going to be Pride Night. We will be here 7 p.m. on Saturday. And for now, go Vikings. Good night. Congratulations to St. Martin's for the victory.